You want to hear something cute, by the way? I have a 3-year-old daughter. 3-year-old daughter, so she goes to preschool, and every morning, drop her off, give her a hug, I give her a kiss, and I say, "What are you gonna do today?" And she says, I bit off of Kip a little bit. She says, "Work hard, play hard, be nice."
Play hard, be nice. That's so cute.
Good morning, everybody. I'm over here at the principal's office in Kip's high school, Kip Denver Collegiate High School, but all good. I'll be doing a talk this morning to some kids, inject them with some energy, but the truth is I'll probably get tenfold the energy back. So looking forward to it, and wish me luck.
So, but Andy's a big Kip supporter, and he's got this really cool new project he's working on, and I wanted him to come share with you guys what that is. So, be kind, ask questions, and Andy will be real, but I'll let him go. Thanks, good. Appreciate it.
Good morning, guys. What I want to talk to you about then is what you can do alongside education that I think is not talked about very much. Maybe it is, maybe it's not, but I'm seeing at least in the marketplace, it's not a conversation that's being had. And that is this, that when you go get your education, that is great theory, classroom, they teach you how to learn, they teach you a lot of subjects, but what's not there as much is the hands-on practical application, i.e. building skills. Like, what can you do? When you have a skill, it basically is like, can you do something? Can you do something that can earn you a living? And education combined with skills development is really where it's at. The skills that I believe are the number one most utilized skill and the number one most undesired skill: sales. Salesmanship. Who here wants to go into sales? Exactly. Nobody. Nobody has ever said they want to go into sales. We all fall into sales. Did you know that 1 out of every 9 jobs in the economy is a salesperson? 1 out of every 9 jobs. And out of the other 8, 52% of their job is influencing other people with their ideas. What does influencing people with your other ideas mean? Sales. There's other things that are important when you start to get these skills of sales and customer service. You start to learn how to stand up for yourself. One of the things I hope that I can instill in you today is that self-esteem is the number one differentiator when you get out there. Your self-esteem is the magic. It's the magic. Because if you believe you can do something, trust me, that is what the difference is. It's not that you can or can't do it, it's that when people think to themselves, I want to do this, and they talk themselves out of it, they already said no. Never tell yourself no on behalf of someone else. How do you build self-esteem? I think Kip does a great job of it. But I'd like to see how good you really are. So I'm going to throw down a little challenge. The challenge is this. Go get a discount on a cup of coffee. Super easy, right? Just go get a discount on a cup of coffee. I'm throwing this challenge down. I'm throwing this challenge down school after school, kids after kids. It's incredible to watch. So here's what I want you to do on this challenge. Go get a discount on a cup of coffee. Ask. Stand up for yourself. See how you sell them. See how you influence them. It's going to take a little courage. It's weird because it's a $3 purchase and your heart's going to go like this for $3. Your mind's going to start to talk you out of it. You can't do that. Don't let your mind talk you out of things. Post it on Insta, Facebook, Twitter, I don't care what, but hashtag this, and I'll see it. All right, guys, thank you for letting me be here. I appreciate it. Have a good rest of the day.
Thanks, Andy. We'll give you a business card. We can connect you. I'll connect you guys to Andy if you want to talk to him more. Thanks for being good on. Thank you. Have a great day. Like I said, andyseth.com. Go bother him.
Good morning, Tasha and Carrie. How are you? All right. I think that should wrap us up for today. Then next steps here. We've just got some internal build. I finished actually building out all of our knowledge base, so we're done on that side. Once the EIM is finished, I'll start building out some of the CAN statements and tags and whatnot. But really, I think the biggest thing is just making sure we nail down that call to action piece next. You know, what exactly are we going to do? Fill out a form. Can they get routed? Like, what's going to happen there? That's the biggest thing, because actually messaging-wise backs up from there. Right? Like, I've got to craft the messaging to make sure that it hits here. Let's fill out this form, or we'll take care of it, or whatever that is. I'm trying to process like how I feel about this right now. So we put out an email campaign that announced flow, that walks people through the business of it, the apprenticeships of it, and depending on how engaged someone was through that process, I sent out an email asking them for a quick favor, that would they be willing to introduce me to somebody if I could, and had a need for the introduction. You know, if they knew somebody that made sense for us to be introduced to. And so that email went out, and it's crazy, but they just keep piling up here. There's 83 emails that have come in within 12 minutes of that going out, saying, happy to help you, let me know who it is. And that's awesome. What's amazing about that is that it's a sign of people saying, I've got you, and I super appreciate this. This is like, I'm just feeling super grateful, because I've basically said, if I need the help, can you help me? I like to ask for permission. I don't like to assume that somebody's just going to go out and help me. So I ask for permission, and to get this flood of emails back, I mean, it's incredible. I mean, it's just absolutely happy to hear, you know, would love to, I love this, blah, blah, like one after another. It's just incredible. So what I'm going to do from here tactically is look through and do the homework. Here's another, geez man, they just keep popping in. Do the homework and figure out who that person knows that might be a good, you know, introduction for me, and I'm just going to ask them for it. And this is awesome because it's a referral in. That's always going to be better than like cold emailing or calling. I just don't do that. That's not my belief of how to build relationships. So I always ask for introductions. But this has now given me permission to ask, and by the time, we're 13 minutes in, by the time this is all said and done, I'm pretty sure I'll have a couple hundred people saying, yeah, absolutely, let me know how I can help. And it just goes to show how valuable the building of relationships is, that when you put in a lot, and I put in a lot of effort and time, and just to make sure that I'm giving a lot, when I do finally have the ask, to see how people have responded to that, I'm just kind of blown away. It's amazing. I've got a call here in about 6 minutes. First time I'm ever speaking with this person. In a first call, for example, I'm looking to do a few things. One is I'm looking to make sure that we establish really quick comfort, like fast. That the whole awkward, like we've never talked before, you're thinking I'm going to sell you on something, I'm trying to convince you I'm not selling, but we both know at the end of something, like I'm trying to get a sale. Like it's just one of those things where, I don't know, it's an art, and I just try to get past the awkwardness of it by bringing that barrier down a little bit and being upfront about why I'm calling. You'll kind of hear this in how I do this call, but I just want people to be to feel comfortable to talk to me, to be disarmed. And I actually, in my first calls, I never sell. Even if somebody has the most acute pain and wants exactly what I'm providing, I do not sell. And that's important because relationships take time to build. And if you close a one-night stand, like you guys know how that ends, it doesn't end well. I'm not interested in renting someone's business. I want relationships that last a lifetime, that last, so that way we're growing together. It's not important to me, and I've never believed in this in wealth management either. I've never believed in having a business that's just, you know, one-hit wonder, close whatever transaction you can, and then you're done with it. So anyhow, my frame of mind in this is really important. I think the prep and the priming is huge, because once you go into it, then the expectation I have of myself is to deliver at my best. I can't control how the conversation is going to go, whether they have a need or not, whether I have a solution for them. I can't control any of those things. But I know that I can perform my best, and if I perform my best over and over and over again, that improves the odds of me having success. And that's really all this is, just making sure that I've got the odds there. So I've got a few minutes here. I'm going to kind of get in the zone and get myself prepped, but that's what I'm doing at least. Hello, Jennifer. I'm doing well. How are you? So I thought what I'd do is just share with you the business I've started and get your take on it. Love to kind of hear your thoughts and then spend some time just getting to know you, your role, the business, your customers. I think you have, in a way, kind of two customers with both the patients as well as franchisees, et cetera. So just kind of like help me get an understanding of like your business, and then just take it from there. Does that sound okay to you? Perfect. I guess to start with, I've been an entrepreneur. I sold my wealth management business recently and had a good exit from that last year. And so over the last 2016, I started working on what did I want to do next, and I've had some pretty good successes over the years. And so I interviewed basically for the most part CEOs and CMOs or heads of marketing for $1 to $100 million companies, so like a huge range of them, to really find out what was it that they were frustrated with, and was there anything that I could solve that would then create a new business. And of the things that I started to hear, I heard a pretty common frustration around folks that had pretty aggressive growth targets, and they were investing heavily into their marketing, driving web traffic, but they were frustrated that they weren't converting enough of them, or that they were converting those leads, but they were converting traffic into leads, but that the leads weren't that well qualified, so their salespeople were kind of getting clogged up with chasing down bad leads. And they hadn't necessarily either tried or figured out how to succeed in using live chat to do that. And that was like the aha moment for me. And I had been thinking about how I could provide a service that would also employ people that I could train as apprentices to teach them how to do sales and how to do customer service. You can probably empathize, it's hard to find really good entry-level salespeople and service people, right? I'm speaking your language, right? And I've had that frustration too, and so I was like, gosh, there's just got to be a way to train them up or something. And so I needed a way that I could train them, but no one really wants to go to school for sales. So I was like, well, I need a business that will actually teach them how to do this. And so anyhow, so I started this business. But plenty about me. You've got the laugh of recognition that I'm speaking your language. So tell me what's going on in your world that makes you say, that's what I'm living to. Shoot, and you know what? Hey, we're just about to come up on 15 minutes, and I've got to prep for my next call. I totally want to keep this going. Can we schedule a quick next call and talk about this? Yes, let's please do. Talk to you then. Take care. Bye. Bye. That's how it's done, baby. So we're at about 5:13 p.m. Wrapping up shift 1 of the day. Usually about this time I kind of chill out, go home, see my family, spend time with the kids, and then fire back up from about 8 p.m. onwards. So thought it'd be good just to do a little reflection on where we're at so far in the day. Today's journey really started off with talking to some kids at KIPP and making sure that I could help instill the idea of self-esteem and building up their self-esteem. And I feel like that's such an important thing for me, for you, because self-esteem really is that variable that will change the outcome. I think it's kind of underrated. There's confidence that comes from self-esteem. I was lucky. My mom is she's like this just always encouraging, supportive, unconditional love, and just built me up with a ton of self-esteem. And that self-esteem can look like and show up and manifest itself in many different ways. And today, I went into the day with a number of different meetings where I'm trying to influence people to say, hey, look, here's a service that I've got. Maybe they can use it. Maybe they can use it for their clients, etc. But self-esteem is important for a number of things for me today. One, just being able to articulate how much value I believe we have to offer And when you talk about companies that are spending millions of dollars, they themselves are $10 to $100 million companies, they're spending millions of dollars getting people to their website. And I'm saying, let me at them. Let me and my team at them and convert some of those for you to make you some more money. I believe so strongly that this is a missing link for a lot of companies. And I want to show them that this is something that we can execute for them. We're the greatest at this. I've got to have a huge amount of self-esteem to talk about it in a way that's not just passionate and convincing, but also that's humble. You can hear when I talk to people, I do a lot of talking, and I think on camera you can probably see like, yes, I'm always on, but like I do a lot of listening too. And that's what's actually happening. I ask a lot of questions and I listen. And the self-esteem that goes into that is huge, because when you listen, you've got to know your stuff in order to listen to what someone says, process it really quickly, and fire back another question that leads them down a path to arrive at either this is right for them or not right for them. So that's really the main thing for today, is just self-esteem is huge. It's the one of the biggest variables. Confidence is a cool quote. Somebody told me that confidence is the closest thing to magic. And it is kind of the closest thing to magic. It's like that thing, that spark, like what is that about that person that makes them, that people want to be around them or be attracted to them? I'm going to say it's that confidence. And that confidence is grounded in self-esteem.